Yo, what's up everybody? Beazie Beats back here again with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about 808s, how to get your 808s to bang, how to get them to sit right in the mix and all that. I'm going to go over a few quick tips that I use to get everything knocking and all that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, first things first, I got this 808 here. Let me let you hear the 808 with the drums. Super simple pattern, nothing crazy. First things first, no matter what, you have to have a dope 808 sample. So scour the earth, do what you gotta do, look for a dopest 808 sample. Then once I got the dopest 808 sample, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in. Next I'm gonna tune it. So you're gonna find the tuner in Ableton, or there's a bunch of free tuners out there as well. If you don't have one in Ableton, if you're on Free Loops or anything. So I'm gonna look for the tuner, hit the C on the keyboard, and this one's already tuned. I actually transposed it up 3. So if you look at it like this, out of tune, in tune, C. All right, you want to be able to play it out. So once I have it tuned, fill in the pattern. Usually play it out or fill it in, get it right. Usually it's the bottom notes of whatever your melody is, or if you have no melody, you build your melody around your 808. So once I got that, I put it on classic mode. Classic mode is going to give you the most response and all that. Make sure the voices are on 1. Boom. Super simple. Turn your decay all the way down. You mess with the attack. Usually I have a low attack anywhere from 0 to 11, something like that. But it just all depends, because sometimes notes attack is good. And then I'll take the release down. I'll play with the release to see how far I need it to go for it to rock together. So you can kind of hear it. The more you release, the longer it goes. The shorter it is. There's no tail on it. So, depending on the 808 pattern, like this one's pretty straightforward, so we're going to have it at regular release. But some of them, you got to make it longer, stuff like that. You go right here, you'll be able to see the visual. Super simple though. So you want your thing looking like this. You want it looking like that. Short decay, sustain, whatever release. Nothing too long, nothing too short. Like I said, every 808 sample is different though, so it all depends. It all depends. Just play with that. But usually those are the settings that I have it for. And then I'll play with the spread. I like to throw a little bit of a spread on it. Even though basses are always mono, I always like to throw a spread on it just to kind of give it some more texture, depending. But you can play with that as well. It's just preference, really. So the next thing I would do is I would go ahead and turn that 808 into mono. Boom. Quick little mono plugin. It's going to make that bass bottom and sit in the middle. Next thing, I'm going to play the 808. All the frequencies at the high end, like halfway. This is just a basic what I do. I'm going a lot more in depth, and maybe take out some of that lower frequency, but it all depends. It all depends. So now the 808 is giving the drums a little more room to breathe, and as you can hear, the high end of the 808 isn't really there as much. It's more like a mid-low, Boom. Boom. Alright, so that's the basic setup of it. I'll mess with these settings right here. Maybe to knock more. It all depends on the song too. If you want it to knock more, you want it to knock less. The whole point is to clean it up. So I clean it up already right there. Next thing I'll do is I'll throw some kind of saturation on it. So I like to use the sausage fattener. It's super basic. Boom. Throw sausage fattener, throw some fatness on it. Over exaggerated, but you get the point, right? More dirt you throw on it, the dirt's gonna sound. But you just gotta add the right amount. I usually use it anywhere between 0 and 15. To be honest, anything else sounds just like ridiculous, but it also depends on what kind of song you're doing and what kind of 808 you're working with. Boom, boom, boom. So if you notice though, it's kind of eating up that whole. It's kind of eating up that whole kick. So in order to get it to sit good with the kick, what I'll do is I will throw a limiter on it, of course, because I don't want it to peak, you know. But then again, like I said, this is give or take. Sometimes I throw a limiter, sometimes I just wait till the end. It all just depends on the song. Every song is different. Every song is different. And then I'll go ahead and throw a sidechain on it. Sometimes before, depending. It all just depends. But this is just basic, so I'll go ahead and throw a sidechain on it real quick. And then we're gonna sidechain this to the kick. So whenever that kick hits with that 808, it's gonna duck it. It's gonna duck it. Let's find that kick. There's the kick. So here's really drastic. We don't want it that drastic, but we play with this. Go a little fast. BPM release. We just want it to sit right with it. Usually the basic settings are cool, but then again, it all depends. It all depends. Maybe add some more ratio if you want it to duck even more. And then you play with the threshold to get it to sit right. So usually I use like the basic settings. It'll get it right. It's, like I said though, it depends on the 808. See, this someone doesn't have a kick. Boom, super simple. Knocking already. And like I said, what you want to go ahead and you want to go clean up your drums and stuff like that. You know, get your kick sitting right with it. But in order to get this 808 to bang, this is like the basic setup for it. Super, 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 super simple. If it's a low sample, what I'll do sometimes is I will just turn up the volume a little bit. Just to get it to sit better and stuff like that. But this comes down to just having the best 808 sample once again. So quick, easy steps to getting you those knocking 808s. Like I said, scour the internet, look for those dope 808 samples, and that's going to get you exactly what you need right off the bat. But, you know, sometimes it has to work a little bit. So what we'll do is, you know, add the tuner, add the mono, add that EQ8, and then, you know, add some distortion. And, you know, it could either be the sausage fattener or the saturation in Ableton. And then add some sort of sidechain to go ahead and get the kick to work with the 808. And then just limit it a little bit so it doesn't peak a little bit. But to be honest, a lot of times the 808 peaking, that's part of the sauce. So give or take on that limiter, it just depends. It depends. You're going to throw a limiter at the end of the track on the mastering and stuff like that. But, you know, these are just some basic tips that I use to get my 808s knocking. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I'm Beazie Beats. Hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Got a lot more stuff coming. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the channel. I'm going to be dropping a ton more videos, so stay posted. All right, everybody have a good one. Stay safe out there. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.